Hello and welcome to the course on C Programming Learn to Code series. This is the 13th lecture of Unit 2 and I will continue the discussion on number representation in computer. In the last two lectures we have covered that is signed magnitude representation and ones complement representation. And this lecture is dedicated to the discussion of twos complement representation. So let's begin. So here also the overall architecture is same. That means if 8-bit word is given to you, the first bit represents the sign bit and the remaining bits represent the magnitude. So what is magnitude? We have to represent the given number in this particular place. If the given number is a positive number, then the sign bit will be 0. If the given number is a negative number, the sign bit will be 1. So this is the similar structure we are following in sign magnitude representation, ones complement representation, as well as we are following the same convention in twos complement representation. Now let us see what is the difference between all those things while we are going to represent with some examples. So let's take an example, that is plus 5. I want to store plus 5 in 4-bit word. Okay. So if you compare this thing with your other two representation, for positive number there will be no difference. Okay. Suppose a 4-bit word is given, the first bit represents the sign bit and the remaining bit represents the magnitude, and you want to store 5 in this particular place. 5 means the positive 5. Then what we will do is you will convert the binary equivalent of this 5. So the binary equivalent of plus 5 will be 101. Okay, sorry, 101. So you have to represent this value over here, 101. As it is positive number, you have to put 0 over here. Similarly, if you want to represent the positive 5 in 5-bit word, where the first bit represents the sign bit and the remaining bit represents the magnitude, then you have to convert the 5 into its corresponding binary equivalent, which will be 101. Okay, so you will write 101 over here, and as it is a positive number, so you have to put 0 here, and this box is blank, so you have to put 0 here to fill the box. So the answer is 00101 for 5-bit word. So if you compare this technique with your other two techniques also, the positive number representation have no difference between other two techniques. Now the thing is how it is different from other techniques while we are representing negative numbers. So let us take the example. Suppose I want to represent minus 5 in 4-bit word. So what will happen? Let's say 4-bit word is given, the first bit is sign bit and the last 3 bit will be the magnitude. Now how to represent this negative 5? First of all, what we will do is I will convert positive 5 to its binary equivalent, which will be 101. And as it is going to be represented in a 4-bit word, so what I'll do is I will add a 0 to make it 4-bit. Now to find out the twos complement, so actually the representation is in the form of twos complement. We have to find the twos complement of a given number. So how to find out twos complement of a given number? So twos complement means ones complement plus 1 means you have to find the ones complement of the given binary number, then you add 1 to that binary number, so you will get the twos complement of that number. So 0101 is the binary equivalent of 5 in 4-bit. Now ones complement of this will be 1010. Then you have to add 1 to it. So when you add 1 plus 0 is 1. So this is 101. So the answer will be 1011 in twos complement representation. Okay, so if you see this one, if you see this output, you can see the sign bit is already -1. That means it is a negative number. Okay, so similarly, if you want to represent this in a 5-bit word, where the first bit represents sign bit and the remaining 4 bit represents the magnitude, how will you do that? So you have to first convert the 5 into binary equivalent, which is 101, and you should make it 5-bit. So that will be 00101. Now you have to apply the ones complement. So ones complement will be 11010. Then after making it ones complement, you have to find out its twos complement. So twos complement means adding 1 to the ones complement. So I will add 1. So what I will get? I will get 11011. Okay. So the answer will be 11010. Okay. So sign bit is already 1. That means this is a negative number. So this is how you are going to represent the negative number in twos complement representation. But here one thing I want to show you is that how to add numbers. So you have to know this formula, because addition is required to understand the concept. So while you are adding, let us say you want to add, let's say 0 plus 0. So 0 plus 0 addition will be 0. If you want to 0 plus 1, then the answer will be 1, like your decimal addition. If you want to add 1 plus 0, the answer will be 1. But when you add 1 plus 1, so the answer will be actually 1 0. Okay, where 1 will be taken forward as carry. Okay, so let us take one example to understand it. So always 1 plus 1 is becomes 1 0. So why it is 1 plus 1 is 1 0 in binary representation? Because you know that if in a decimal number 1 plus 1 in decimal number system where the base is 10, so 1 plus 1 is becomes 2. So binary equivalent of 2 is actually 1 0, is not it? Binary equivalent of 2 is 1 0. That's why whenever you are adding 1 plus 1, that in binary, then the answer will be 1 0. So when it is 1 0, you have to keep 0 and 1 should be carry forward. So let us take an example for one addition. Let's say 1 0 1 and you want to add 1 1 1. Okay, you want to add this value. So how the addition will be performed? It will be performed like this. 1 plus 1 becomes 1 0. So from 1 0 I will keep 0 and 1 will be carry forwarded. So I have to write 1 here. So again 1 plus 1 becomes 1 0 plus 0 is 1 0 again. So 1 0, so we have to keep 0 here and we have to carry forward the 1 over here. Now 1 plus 1 becomes 1 1 0. Okay, the first 2 1 will be added to 1 0. Again you have to add 1. So what you will get? You will get 1 1, right? So this will be 1 1. Okay, so remember this addition procedure is quite simple. So and I have already explained the addition procedure. So while you are going to perform this 1's complement representation, you have to add 1 to the 2's complement representation. You have to add 1 to the 1's complement of that given number. So this is needed for the addition. Now let us solve another problem so that you will be very much clear. Suppose I want to add 1 0 1 1 1 with 1 0 1 1. Suppose you want to add these two values. So how the addition will be performed? 1 plus 1 becomes 1 0. So you have to keep 0 and 1 will be carry forward. 1 plus 1 becomes 1 0 plus 1 becomes 1 1, as like this. So 1 1 1 1 means you have to keep 1 here and you have to carry forward another 1. So 1 plus 1 is again 1 0. 1 0 plus 1 is 1 0. So you'll put 0 here and carry forward 1 over here. Now 1 plus 0 becomes 1. 1 plus 1 becomes again 1 0. So you have to put 0 here. You have to carry forward 1. Okay. So then 1 plus 1 becomes 1 0. So this is your answer. Okay, this is how you are going to add two number whenever a binary number is given to you. So this part will be carry forward from the first additions itself. Okay, so I hope you understand what is the addition procedure. Now this addition procedure is actually used in 2's complement representation, is to find out the 2's complement representation. Now interesting fact that we are going to discuss about is now coming. Let's go to that next page. So if you think about the positive number representations are quite similar as compared to the previous one. So for a given 4-bit word, if you want to represent plus 0, then the concept is quite similar. You have to convert given binary 0, the given number that is 0 into 4-bit binary equivalent, that is 0 0 0 0 2, and represent it in the 4-bit word. Now for 1 also you have to convert it into its corresponding binary. So 1 is 0 0 0 1. So I have represented it. 2 means 2 is 0 0 1 0. So I have to represent it, and so on. Okay, 3 4 5 6 7. So all are same. Okay, but now see this one. So suppose I want to represent minus 8. So how to represent minus 8? We have to first convert the plus 8 into its binary equivalent. So the binary equivalent of plus 8 will be 1 0 0 0. Okay, and there will be 4 digit. Okay, there will be 4 digit. Now you have to convert it into its binary equivalent. 1's complement. So 1's complement will be 0 1 1 1. Okay, so this is your 1's complement, right? So after doing the 1's complement, you have to add 1 to it to make its 2's complement. So 1 plus 1 is 1 0, that is I'll have to keep 0 here and I have to carry forward 1 here. So 1 plus 1 becomes again 1 0. So 0 here, I have to carry forward 1 here. So 1 plus 1 is again 1 0. So I have to keep 0 here and carry forward 1 here. So 1 plus 0 is 1. So you can see I can represent 1 0 0 0, which is nothing but the negative 8. Okay, so here you can see 1000 will representing the negative 8. So if I'll ask you minus 7, so what you will do? You will first convert minus 7 into binary equivalent. So minus 7 binary equivalent will be 1 1 1, and you are going to represent it with your 4-digit number, sorry, 4-bit word. So make it 4 bit. Then you have to convert it into ones complement. So ones complement will be 1 0 0 0. Then you have to add 1 to it to make it 2's complement. So what will be the value? 1 plus 0 is 1. This is 0, this is 0, this is 1. So minus 7 will be represented as 1 0 0 1. Now let us take minus 6. So for minus 6, what you will do? You will first convert 6 into binary equivalent. That will be 1 1 0. To make it 4 bit, you have to put 0 here. Then you have to find out the ones complement. Sorry, the ones complement will be 1 0 0 1. Then you have to add 1 to it to make it 2's complement. So 1 plus 1 becomes 1 0. You have to keep 0 here, put 1 here. 1 plus 0 is again 1. Then this is 0, this is 1. So 1 0 1 0. Now if I want to find out the for minus 5, so what will we do? 5, the binary equivalent will be 1 0 1. Now to make it 4 bit, I have to put 0 here. So I have to again convert it into ones complement. That will be 1 0 1 0. This is the ones complement. Now you have to add 1. What you will get? 1 0 1 1, because 1 plus 0 is 1. So for minus 5, it will be 1 0 1 1, and so on. You can find out for minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. But you can see here there will be no representation for negative 0, which is quite interesting, because that is the disadvantage of other two techniques. So why there will be no concept for negative 0? So I will show you here. Suppose that the given number is minus 0. So if the given number is minus 0, so first of all you convert the 0 into its binary equivalent, so which is nothing but 0. You have to make it 4 bit for putting 3 zeros over here. Then you have to convert it into ones complement. So ones complement becomes 1 1 1 1. Okay, so now this 1 1, you have to add 1 to it to make it what? It make it 2's complement. So 1 plus 1 becomes 1 0. So 0, keep 0 here, carry 1. 1 plus 1 becomes 1 0, keep 0 here, carry 1. 1 plus 1 becomes 0 here, carry 1. Again 1 plus 1 becomes 0 here, and carry will be 1. Now you can see, as we are representing with 4-bit digit, this part has to be discarded because this is already 4-bit. Now this carry will be already automatically discarded because there will be no space in the memory. So your memory word size is 4-bit. So in this 4-bit, you can represent only 4 bit of information. So this addition, by doing this addition with 1, the 1 that is coming out as carry will be discarded. So this 4 0 will be represented in your memory. That's why for negative 0 also you are getting 0 0 0 0, and plus positive plus 0, you will also get 0 0 0 0. That means there will be no distinction between plus 0 and minus 0. That's why here you can see we get a extra representation, that is your minus 8. So that means the range will be from minus 8 to plus 7. So the range is something like this. If this is 0, this value will minus 8, and this value becomes plus 7. Okay, so one extra number I can represent, that is your minus 8. But in the previous case, what you saw that there will be minus 7 to plus 7. So there will be no representation for minus 8, but 2's complement representation, as negative 0 has no representation. That's why we get extra representation for minus 8. So let us summarize the entire thing. So for 4-bit, 3-bit is used to store the magnitude. For all the cases, that is similar. So in 3-bit, you can represent 8 different digits from 0 0 0 to 1 1 1, obviously. Hence in our example, the range of the number will be minus 8 to plus 7. Compare with the other two, that will be minus 7 to plus 7. But if you see this one, this will be minus 8 to plus 7. So in general formula will be this one. Okay, so suppose I'll tell you, if 5-bit is given, how many numbers can be represented? So what you will do, you will use this formula, minus 2 to the power 5 minus 1 to plus 2 to the power 5 minus 1 minus 1. So 2 to the power 5 minus 1 will be 16. So minus 16 to this is 15. So minus 16 to 15. So if it is 5-bit is given, so the answer will be minus 16 to plus 15. And for whenever 4-bit is given, this is minus 8 to plus 7. And similarly, you can find out the range of numbers that can be represented with 2's complement representation if your word size is known to you. Okay, so that's all for 2's complement representation, and you can see the problem of -0 and +0 has been solved by 2's complement representation. And here I want to conclude that 2's complement representation is the only representation we can store the negative number is quite easily as compared to other representations. So that's all for the today's class. There will be 2 homework written over here. You just find out the result. With 16-bit, find out the range of numbers that can be represented using 2's complement representation. I have already discussed this, so you just solve it and try to represent the following decimal number, that is plus 75 and -39 in your 16-bit word. So try to solve it and post your answer in the comment section. That's all for the today's class. Bye bye.